Templar Assassin is the final pick, though, into that mid matchup against Shadow Fiend. No doubt a good one at that. Even an Arcane Rune currently used right here, so he's able to get that 2-minute Arcane Rune, making the most out of it as he spams those raises. So all three CS favoring Chaos right now when it comes to their cores, at least in the laning phase. We at the bottom lane, Grave Chill, he'll just run away as Rear did go in with that rolling boulder. Tim's return though. Icarus dive, he's going to be fine, and now Rear's in the face of Visage. Boulder up in 2 seconds. He's doing some good damage. Throws out the boulder smash and the roll for the first blood. What a way to start things off with the first spear right here.
Yeah, terribly, like I said, cannot deal with trance, and it doesn't, I mean, obviously, like, it doesn't matter because you are never going to be in danger of trance. Now Armel duking it out with HFN for the spoon.
No. It's like, I'll take the courier. Yeah. A little bit of bait right there, but yeah, easy kill on him. Good job with the rotation. And bottom lane. Oh, they get the kill on a Tiny. To go for the turn of the Soul Assumption. Not enough damage, though, onto Earth Spirit. So
it's a little bit surprising that he's even considering that, because it's primarily physical damage, as we see physical damage is completely obliterating this top tier 1 tower.
Look at bottom lane, yeah, once again, he's trouble though. Three heroes even coming together, and an easy kill on him. Grave Chill's not going to save Tiny doing what he can, but it is not enough, so they're rotating Dazzle.
No matter how good of a laning phase they had, just because it's easier to free up the lane for someone else, and few heroes farm as well as TB, as HFN now. Kind of getting some focus, but it looks like Ninja Boogie is going to be the real casualty.
Nice block right there with the Sprout. Easy kill as a result. Yeah, Nature's Prophet, good rotation, but
that would be so useful to dispel if you had Greaves, but he's going to stick with this while the rest of his team pushes. Weeha and Tavo head up to the top lane and just chunk it down.
Maybe they just figure they can get away with this in the sense that they don't need it, because this is somewhat of a greedier draft from TNC, and yeah, Tim's is doing everything he can to survive right here. So Icarus dives away after the toss in, but now he wants to fight because a roll in from right here. He actually gets a nice magnetize off. They will lose Tiny in the back lines, and the chase continues. Weeha, throwing familiar to the north, but they want the real hero. They want Visage, and Visage is going to be killed off as well. So ultimately ends up being a great response for TNC as a 10-minute bounty rune spawn as well. And
yeah, but there are 2 traps in the pit now, and so they're going back in, but they are not going to be able to easily get back out. Tim's is going to have Sunray in 3 seconds, and Rior's coming back in, though he's kind of low on mana.
Supernova in 5 seconds. Can they hold off long enough? The Sunray going to be canceled pretty quickly. We are using the familiar to do so, but he does have Supernova now with the Icarus dive. Expected to come in soon right here as they're in pursuit. They're going to get 1 kill on a Tiny, and they're going for more. The trap's being placed down by TA. There's the forward for both the Icarus dive, but no, Chip goes backwards now. He needs to pop Supernova at the last second. He's going to die in the familiar, though. He doesn't have the mana for it. That makes sense. He will end up going down the Wrath of Nature, actually. Finishes him off. First Spirit also a kill. Buyback, though, from Phoenix. I suppose now he has the mana, so he could come back in with that Supernova.
He doesn't have to dive now, though. He'll come in with Sunray.
There you go. He's gonna Supernova off to the side. A pretty good placement, actually. Roshan will eventually go down. HFN picks up the Aegis. He's gonna be hit by the stun, but there is not enough follow-up from TNC. So, man, that Roshan took forever and really not the most casualties in the end, but Chaos does ultimately get it.
Going Blink Dagger first in a game like this just seems like it makes sense. Going for Desolator is a little too glass cannon. But the 5-man of Chaos is making this Blink Dagger MTA pretty useless. There's no way she can go into it. In fact, she gets caught out by Tiny.
Yeah, that's a bad spot. She was going in for the flank, but they ended up seeing her. You mentioned Tiny with the opening, gets the free kill. She has buyback, but that's the last thing you want to be doing, and not even having the Desolator finish, as we just mentioned. So tier 3 goes down. They're going to still push this because why not, right? I mean, Supernova is ready, so maybe this is why Magnetize on every hero feels like as well. Supernova plays, they're not going to kill it. They just don't want to run away. Weehaw, can he get out of there? It doesn't look like it. The false promise at the last second will barely keep him alive. Misery going to be the sacrificial lamb because of it. So for now, at least, Weehaw staying alive, but nope, never mind. He will took down after the fact. Tavo also gets picked off, and the hold is successful for TNC. It did require a buyback on Templar, but they make it happen, and now they want to push themselves. We finally got things going right here. They were having some technical issues on their side, but it looks like we got the connection taken care of, and we should be good to go now. So if you haven't been watching in game, well, we'll catch you up perhaps after this fight, because we're only 23 minutes in, but right now, big, this would be a second Roshan. Tim's, he has a Supernova, but oh, can he get it off in time? Just tossed in. He was not ready for that. He has a buyback, though. He'll be coming back right away. So I mean, they know the Supernova is ready, and yeah, they're gonna have to be a little careful now.
They're contesting it, and Armel is a hero that can definitely contest it, assuming he doesn't get bashed.
Yeah, that's a bit awkward. It's not the easiest necessarily still. So Terrorblade even goes in there. Metaforms in 3 seconds. Does have the BKB ready to go as well. Avalanche already used. Warrior, he's going to go in, put the Magnetize up. Then Aegis is going to be taken by Armel as well. It's getting the Roshan kill on top. That's a good start for the Dire team right now. As Metamorphs is up with the BKB. They take out Tiny. Toss away. Not going to be enough. Phoenix still going forward. Shadowfiend's like, I got to get the hell on out of here. He'll TP away. But Tavo, is it going to be the same? Probably not. The Sprout protecting as much as he can. The Crimson Guard only so much. He will go down, though, and he's dead for 40 seconds. Again, no buyback. So TNC, I think it's safe to say at this point especially,
yeah, they are going to give Chaos a taste of their own medicine. They have all the resources necessary to start mowing down towers of their own. And they've got a fair amount of time left on Metamorphosis. They can definitely get some tier 3 tower damage. Rior trying to initiate, but maybe a little bit too far.
Well, let's just call it bait, I suppose. No Shallow Grave to save. In fact, Dazzle, that's because he got tossed and stunned. He'll Shallow Grave himself at the last second, and he's going to try to TP out in front of them, and it actually works out for the Dazzle. Armel, though, unfortunately, they can't save him, and that's kind of important because he had the Aegis, so not only is that going to be burned, but can he maybe blink out in time? That ain't easy with the Avalanche right there, so he does not, and he is dead. Well, Chaos, they say, sure, we'll take a taste of our own medicine and spit it right back in your face. They're going for the racks. They're going to force what would be another buyback in this game on TA. At least that's the idea. She's still 6 seconds.
I think she should do it. I don't think they should let this racks go.
Well, maybe now because they're initiating the Supernova run in the Misfit. No, never mind. Not going to be casted off. In fact, down goes Phoenix. He could not get it off. He has no buyback, remember. He's out for 70, and they're not buying back on TA either. In fact, BKB from Terrorblade committed. He doesn't have Metamorphosis, though, so maybe that's the ultimate reason. But then why even try to take the fight at that point? Oh, King Ardea looked like he was going for a toss attempt. Not going to happen, however. It seems like the decision-making, they're not all on the same page for TNC, and this is going to snowball quickly. This is what this lineup has potential to do here on the Radiant.
Do you mean to tell me that their stand-in may not be communicating as well?
It's possible. Well, he's going to go in right here and put the Magnetize up, but he's out for 70 now. They do kill Shadowfiend at least. Familiar stunning. Trying to go for retreat mode now from Chaos. Again, they got the melee racks top even, so Misery is like, all right, fine, kill me. We got what we want, and we're going to get the hell on out of here now. Yeah, so back to that stand-in issue. Maybe it is showing a bit here in game 1.
To be like, aha, I can do unlimited pressure on your base now. Yeah. He is a team-oriented Nature's Prophet, although he's trying to snipe the courier, and he may get it. And he does.
Nice. Nothing like your courier dying at your fountain. It's just like the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a very awkward spot for any Shadowfiend because there is really no right answer. It just feels like which is the least wrong answer. But Gabby wants to fight.
It's like, all right, let's go. Just pops Reflection in the face. And he's just going to the whole I'm going to run at you strategy. HFN trying his best to get away. Already popped the Guardian Graves. He's being locked down. They're going to go for the Requiem. It's spots to BKB. He does get a Requiem off. That's damage mitigation, remember, as well as damage. Misery went down, by the way. He could get a False Promise. And they lose the Shadow Fiend for 70 seconds. He's staying dead as well. 2 are staying dead in total. And TNC, they want more. They're going to go for King RD. They're going to get King RD. That is 3 dead.
With no buyback.
Yeah. That initiation was so lazy.
It was so casual. Because the only reason I don't like this is because they can't get top racks because they're still a top tier 2 tower. But yeah, they're gonna get racks and a half. Probably.
Crimson. Yeah, trying.
Yeah, racks and a half. And Gabby's Metamorphosis time's out, so back off and.
They got the spirit working. Yeah, they got the hoorah going on their side. Well, that can only go so far. I mean, win percentage right now, 18% for them. Definitely makes sense. But, I mean, there's still a chance with that said. In fact, Gabby, okay, they don't actually see him. He is Invis. That's the Sentry Ward on the Dire side. They go for Rayer, but now Gabby's he going to open. Shallow Grave, Earth Spirit. Going to save him for now. There's the Reflection. Here comes Icarus Dive. No follow-up with the Supernova just yet. He has it ready to go, though. Buyback from Earth Spirit immediately. The Supernova, pretty bad placement because they're just going to right-click it down, actually. And now Phoenix is dead, so he has a buyback, but, of course, no threat of the Supernova. Shallow Grave at the last second, and there's that swap we're talking about with the Sunder for Gabby. So he's back to full life. We have a very spread fight here. Poured in from Nature's Prophet, trying to save nice stuff with stunning with the Centaur from Weeha as well. That Micro continuing to come into play. The Force Staff away on top of that. Is it going to be enough to save them with that Half-Life? Buyback from Dazzle. Even these familiar stuns are all over the place, locking them down forever, but it's still simply put is not enough. And Weeha does go down. They cut through that skin of his. And now Oracle, all they can do is just try to run away fast, but can only go so fast.
Oh my
God. That damage. Dear God. And Roshan's up. He's going to spawn right here.
because Gabby did not have Metamorphosis. That was very, very possibly a game-losing fight if it didn't be as spread as it ended up being. Because only now Gabby has Metamorphosis.
That's what they're going to be relying on, and well, we'll see if they get that up here at the top lane. As here's that push now with Terrorblade. King RD, alright, gotta go now. Avalanche, toss in. Not much follow-up though, just simply trying to stall. The tier 3's already dead. Icarus dive forward. Supernova is ready, but choosing not to use it there. Tavo's trying to flank somewhat, but there's the racks, and there they go. Just like that, they fall to pieces in the backline. Supernova's going to be committed because Tavo trying to flank them, but now he's on to run away with Wii and everyone else. Swap play from Gab on the Sunder, and we just cannot get away. The stickiness of that Eye of Scotty. Triple buyback. They're doing what they can. They know this is the beginning of the end. It looks like TNC potentially going to be taking game number 1 here unless some insane last stand from Chaos.
Nature's Prophet, go make a quick base race play. Oh wait, your items can't do it. These auras are looking real pretty though. They're not taking that much damage when they're all grouped up like this, but I think you'd rather be dealing damage, not mitigating damage if you're Chaos right now.
Yeah, it's not much they can do. Again, their damage output just not nearly enough of a threat. Gabby, another Sunder. I almost thought he had that 25 talent, but no, it's just the natural Sunder cooldown. Fast enough though, we false promise. We'll save it for now.
But they have to slip up 22,000 net worth of bad luck, pretty much. But they are death pushing. It's up against Mega Creeps, and they're proceeding.
Like I said, gotta go Olin at this point. Shadow Fiend, man, he's had the same items for a while now too. It's just, they've been not able to progress. Okay, well they kill TA, so she has a buyback at least.
And they get a Scythe on Tim's.
Tim's, Supernova, it's going to commit to it. Will they be able to kill it off? They're having trouble with it for the time being. Requiem does go off though too, and Supernova does not go off in time. They do kill Phoenix. Out for 100 seconds. TA bought back though. Now RML back into the fight. False Promise and Misery. I don't think he's living through that. Just too many right clicks. Ninja Boogie, Shallow Grave will save him though. Buyback from Oracle, but he's going to be so far away, and that will be it. GG is called. So, Chaos, they created it there in that fight. They gave themselves what seemed like a hope, but quickly closed by TNC, and they do secure game 1. And
the disarm is good, but the problem is that there's so much burst damage that his Berserker's Blood HP regen I don't feel is going to be particularly effective.
Bottom lane, PA gonna body out Tavo quite a bit. In fact, it is a tri-lane down here. You got the Lich, Grimstalk. This is deadly. This is a tri-lane that will kill you, as they're going to show right here, in fact. Tavo, I mean, you're just dead. What can King RD do? It's just like, I can stay over here and Splinter Blast again in a couple seconds, but that's it. Eventually the auto attack.
Oh, the salves.
That's...
Wow.
Yeah, that was never going to work.
No.
Well, at least he didn't try to TP out.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It was this one and Darkseer Spirit Breaker, and everyone was like, well, this is 7.20, this is the meta.
That's why I'm still just in shock that they let this get through all the way to the final pick, and they're just gonna go again, because why not? Misery, he doesn't even have Snowball yet, he's still level 1, so it's yet another kill, make it 3-0. Tavo, he's probably dead. Frost Shield, he's got another dagger in 4 seconds. He's gonna Blink Strike in and just simply needs to cut him down. I mean, they're running a tri-lane into this now, and that's still not working. Yikes.
I mean, on the bright side, Ninja Boogie is out of oh no, he's got a mango. Oh my god, the aggression, it never ends. They're going in again.
Why not? Yeah, let's just keep their foot on the throttle, they say. Frost Shield, because again, what reaction do you have on the other side? In fact, I'm almost surprised Wyvern chose not to get Cold Embrace, although maybe that wouldn't have been the biggest difference maker. As I'm talking about this, though, they're kind of fighting back some of King RD. Blink Strike on him. He goes down. Misery will get the turn kill onto the Wyvern, or onto the Lich, excuse me, at least. But now they're going to go for Tim's even. Avalanche connects slightly. Not the most damage, though, so cannot finish the job. And us having to respect that Phantom Assassin, of course. But, well, I guess if he close enough, could have snowballed, but he wasn't, so ends up getting out of there. And maybe this was it, because I am looking back at this middle matchup now, and as the levels are adding up, you do see Huskar catching up quite a bit. Getting those burning spears specifically. So it is still Kunkka on top as a 5-minute bounty means are here though, and they're fighting for it. No surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Gabby, he's in the midst of it with that frost
TNC
armor.
fighting? What?
Yeah, shocker, I know. In this series, we totally didn't expect this. They get the 1 kill on Tusk. They're gonna go for the 2nd on Tavo. Wyvern, stay away, Wyvern. You do not want to be a 3rd victim. And that he does just stay away, so.
Although now, since the TNC supports are so high level, Lich is level 3.5, and as is Grimstroke, they can migrate to other lanes, like this mid lane, as now we have the X-Boat combo on HFN.
Yep, pretty sure that's a kill. He's got the double bracer, but it is not enough. Too much damage in the end, too much lockdown, and there's no way he's getting out of that one. So, nice gank setup. Yeah, the good rotations, and they're headed right back towards the bottom lane. So, the duo proven to be very deadly in multiple lanes now. I'm going to keep that moving. So Phantom Assassin not only 4-0-4, but her CS is respectable. And again, this is pre-Empower. You also have to remember, which, by the way, Rayur gets picked up at the top lane, thanks to the assist of Misery, who rotated up there with the haste rune. So both supports on either side being useful. Back to the bottom lane. Tavo, he's pulled in, and every which way. The Avalanche saving him initially. Frostblast, though, and out with the Stork of Fate. Take over, Tsunami.
I haven't really seen this Huskar do very much, and like I said, Huskar is a snowball-based hero, so anytime that you see Huskar just kind of like twiddling his thumbs is kind of stressful for the entire team, because you're like, when are you going to start creating pressure on the team? And it may be once he completes his armlet, which is the courier? Okay,
by the way, this top lane...
Oh yeah, was something going on up there?
Well, I was just, honestly, that was amusing. Very well played by King RD, first off. And if they especially kill Armel in return, he goes for the Tidebringer attack and it hits, but it's not enough damage, and they indeed are. So, ends up being a 2-for-0. They were hunting Wyvern for a good 30 seconds up there in the trees. They finally got him, and then he cursed. As middle lane, by the way, that was an RP used on Huskar. HFN, push back with the inner fire, has some damage of the regen kicking in, but it is not enough. So, finally the RP comes out. And it does set up the kill eventually, but...
I'm actually even surprised that he's going for the Shadow Blade on, I mean, I guess it's in reaction to the fact that Weaver's getting freeform, but I would like Armel to just go Ultra Tank, as now he gets an X onto Weehaw, has the boat, Sentry Ward placed, Chain Frost as well.
Weaver!
Sinister Gaze.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fair to say like that, I guess, but it's this, yeah, you get caught by one sun, and this goes back to the Kunkka pick specifically. That X marks the spot.
Every single hero gets a spike, it's like, oh dude, I'm gonna go kill top lane, and then someone else is like, oh cool, I'll kill mid lane in the meanwhile, but you know, TNC are smoking up, they're looking organized, and they may find Tavo.
Yep, gonna be a guaranteed find Tavo, although he actually blinked first and throughout the avalanche, so it's almost like maybe he didn't realize initially, or he was trying to react as far as being jumped. Either way.
I think it looked like a warding mission initially, and it was like, oh, nice, I found supports trying to ward. Oh, God, they're not warding at all.
I hate to keep making it sound like it's so negative for Chaos, because it's, again, still chance, down 4,000 net worth. But you know the Weaver, although it's some issues this game. Dragon Lane's around the corner.
Huskar is scared to jump on a Grimstroke, which, I mean, rightfully so. The entire enemy team is inside your jungle, but still, like, have we seen very many life tricks at all as now fight breaks out, RP comes out?
That he just used the ultimate. The Weaver just used the time lapse before that as well, so he's going to survive at the time being as Zal got the snowball on top of that Winter's Curse, trying to save the day. They do kill Tim's right there with the Splinter Blast, but they lose Huskar in the end, so at least Weaver is able to survive. Tavo, what are you doing, buddy? Decides to go back in. I guess that's the play. Just distract a bit. X is up in a second. Kunkka choosing not to chase further, though. What's going on up here? Gabby, he jumped up. Gets the kill on a Wyvern. Now he jumps back down. Gonna kill Misery on top of that. This is a very scattered fight right now. Not sure what to think of it. Triple kill for Gabby, though. I suppose we're thinking TNC is fairly happy with the outcome, but it seemed like several different fights were happening in the same area. For sure. They're running over, but it's probably not going to be in time.
Nope.
Yeah,
at most they can hope to get the tier 2 bot, but I imagine that TNC are gonna immediately look to defend it. I don't even think they should stick around in the jungle. Chaos, like, there's nothing to gain there. At most you kill a support, but like the Temple Phantom, why do I keep calling her Temple? The Phantom Assassin can immediately converge.
Weaver's in trouble. He ran right into a Shadow Blade Kunkka, and here's the combo coming out. The ship connects. Cannot get up time lapse? No.
Silence
was on him, yeah. And why would you try to fight this after your Weaver just died, guys? This seems dangerous, Gabby. He's trying to
The
find
real question
somebody.
is, why were they trying to fight after the Aegis Claim? Double damage rune. Oh, wait, no, not double damage. That was just a lot of damage in general.
It looks like it.
It's just a fat crit on Misery, and yeah, this is not a Tusk who's going to be getting a Blink Dagger.
Out of the BKB, I suppose too, but it's either or. See what he turns into.
I mean, there's so much physical damage as now Weaver attempting to kill the Lich, but the Lich may turn it around. RP from the gaze, into the X, into the silence, into the bout.
Kill Weeha, the game plan. Yeah, I mean, they're not afraid to use everything, because once they kill this Weaver, there's just no damage threat, it feels like. So, gets away, but yeah, close call there. Wyvern, this is what Wyvern can do, is kind of split push and be a distraction elsewhere. That's what he's attempting to accomplish at least, but back to the middle lane, the dagger coming out, HFN, he's keeping his distance, or trying to, but that's a Phantom Strike for you, and he is dead. Gabby, he's in, but again, he has an Aegis, he has a BKB, he doesn't care. Tiny's gonna die, and he doesn't have a buyback on Tiny. Huskar does, but can you really even find? They need that big Winter's Curse you were mentioning earlier. But
yeah, but everyone's staying so far away from PA. They're like, God, I really don't want Gabby to kill me.
No, they're being very smart about it as Gabby just continues.
Literally both teams are just like, I hope Gabby doesn't kill me. That's the mindset of TNC and Chaos right now.
It's, you know, Blink Dagger is finished on Wyvern, so that might catch them off guard here, unless they saw it already. Either way, they are still spreading out. Yeah, it's very well played by TNC here. That's not giving them a chance for a big word, just curse. It's almost that black hole presence, essentially. And that's a dagger. He just curses the Kunkka. Yeah, Cold Embrace will save him at least for now. Kunkka still has a ship as well. Nice, they do kill Wyvern after the fact, though. RP to thank for that. There's the combo of Grimstroke, a Lich, and they're just going to call GG. TNC will dominate in game 2 here, and they do take the series 2-0. A mix of a draft, but also outplay for me in this game 2 at least.
Yeah. I'd say maybe like 75% draft, 25% outplay, because